Nicknamed World for his amazing catching skills, Rice is considered the best wide receiver ever and one of the top NFL players in history. The Pro Football Hall of Fame calls him the most prolific wide receiver in NFL history, with impressive career stats. In 1999, the Sporting News ranked him second only to Jim Brown on their list of football's 100 greatest players. In 2010, NFL Network's NFL Films named him the greatest player in NFL history. Rice played college football for 4 years with the Mississippi Valley State Delta Devils, setting many records, including the most NCAA receiving touchdowns. He joined the 49ers in 1985 as the 16th overall pick. After an okay rookie year, Rice became one of the best receivers by leading the NFL in receiving yards and touchdowns 4 times. In 1987, he set the record with 22 receiving touchdowns in just 12 games. He won championships in 1988 and 1989, being the MVP in 1988. Rice had great connections with quarterbacks Joe Montana and Steve Young, which helped him lead the league in receiving yards and touchdowns 6 times and in receptions twice. Rice retired in 2006 and was inducted into the Hall of Fame, but the sport has changed since then, and people often wonder if his career would be the same today. That's why today we will discuss, how good was Jerry Rice actually? Rice was born on October 13, 1962 in Starkville, Mississippi, and grew up in Crawford, a small town with only 600 residents. He was the 6th of 8 children. His father, Joe, was a brick mason who built houses by hand and worked other jobs to support the family. Joe was strict, and Rice often helped him by catching bricks on scaffolds. Rice's mother, Eddie B., took care of the children and cleaned houses for wealthy families after Rice left home. The family struggled financially, and Rice and his brothers sometimes picked corn, cotton, carrots, and hay to help out. Rice attended B.L. Moore High School in Oktok, Mississippi. Initially, he didn't play sports in high school, although he enjoyed sandlot football and watching football on TV. His mother thought football was too rough for him and didn't allow him to join the team as a freshman. However, during his sophomore year, the school's assistant principal caught Rice skipping class and was impressed with his speed when he ran away. This led to Rice joining the football team. Despite initial reluctance from his mother, she eventually allowed him to play. Rice played multiple positions in high school, including running back, defensive back, and tight end, but he excelled as a wide receiver. In his junior year, he began to train more intensively, often running several miles home because he didn't have a ride. Rice had a breakout junior season, playing primarily as a wide receiver and defensive back. In his senior year, Rice was named a Mississippi All-State wide receiver. Although his high school was small and few of his statistics were recorded, he reportedly caught 50 receptions and 30 touchdowns, leading his team to a 17-2 record over his final 2 seasons. He and his quarterback, Willie Gillespie, were very reliable, earning them the nicknames Johnny Unitas and Raymond Berry. Rice wanted to attend Mississippi State University, but they weren't interested in him. Mississippi Valley State, where Coach Archie Cooley ran a pass-heavy offense, showed interest. After Cooley watched him play and Rice visited the campus, he decided to attend Mississippi Valley State. Rice attended Mississippi Valley State University from 1981 to 1984. When he arrived, he attended summer school and freshman orientation. 2 of his former high school teammates were there too, but they left before training camp started. Rice learned receiving techniques from Gloucester Richardson, saying, "I soaked up everything I could." In his freshman year in 1981, Rice caught 30 passes for 428 yards and 2 touchdowns. In 1982, he played with freshman quarterback Willie Totten. They became friends and practiced together into the evening. Mississippi Valley State ran a unique offense with 4 wide receivers often lined up on one side. That year, Rice caught 66 passes for 1,133 yards and 7 touchdowns. Totten and Rice became known as the Satellite Express. Despite his on-field success, Rice often relied on friends for food, as the meals provided by the school were insufficient. In 1983, Rice set records with 102 receptions and 1,450 receiving yards, earning first-team Division I AA All-American honors. He set an NCAA record with 24 receptions in a game against Southern University and earned the nickname World for his ability to catch anything near him. Coach Cooley had Totten call plays at the line without a huddle, leading to even higher offensive numbers. Rice had standout games like 17 receptions for 199 yards against Southern, 17 receptions for 294 yards and 5 touchdowns against Kentucky State, and 15 receptions for 285 yards against Jackson State. In the Kentucky State game, he caught 12 passes and scored 3 touchdowns in 1 quarter. As a senior in 1984, Rice broke his own records with 112 receptions for 1,845 yards and set an NCAA record with 27 touchdown receptions. That year, the Delta Devils averaged over 60 points per game. Rice was named to the Division I AAA All-American team and finished 9th in the Heisman Trophy voting. In the Blue-Gray Classic All-Star Game on Christmas Day, Rice was MVP with 4 receptions for 101 yards and a 60-yard touchdown. He ended his college career with 301 catches for 4,693 yards and 50 touchdowns, though some sources list 310 receptions, 4,856 yards, and 51 touchdowns. His NCAA record for career touchdown receptions stood until 2006. His record for career receptions lasted until 1999. By the end of his college career, he had broken 18 NCAA records. Rice joined the Phi Beta Sigma fraternity, and in 1999, the school renamed its football stadium to Rice-Totten Stadium. He was inducted into the College Football Hall of Fame in 2006 and the Black College Football Hall of Fame in 2010. During this time, Rice met Jackie Mitchell at a basketball game. They dated casually before meeting her mother, who initially preferred another boy, but approved of Rice after meeting him. Rice joined the San Francisco 49ers in 1985 after being selected with the 16th overall pick in the NFL draft. His rookie season was modest, but he quickly became one of the league's top receivers in his second year. In 1986, he led the NFL in receiving yards and touchdowns, starting a trend that would continue throughout his career. In 1987, Rice set an NFL record with 22 receiving touchdowns in just 12 games as a player's strike shortened the season. This achievement showcased his exceptional talent and ability to make big plays consistently. He continued to dominate over the next few years, helping the 49ers secure back-to-back Super Bowl victories in the 1988 and 1989 seasons. Rice was named the Super Bowl 43 MVP after a stellar performance with 11 catches for 215 yards and a touchdown. Rice formed a legendary connection with quarterbacks Joe Montana and later Steve Young, making the 49ers offense nearly unstoppable. His precise route running, strong hands, and ability to make clutch catches were pivotal to the team's success. He led the league in receiving yards and touchdowns multiple times, further cementing his status as one of the best players in the NFL. In 1990, Rice again led the NFL in receiving yards and touchdowns, continuing his streak of excellence. He broke numerous records, including surpassing 1,000 receiving yards in 11 consecutive seasons. His consistency and work ethic were unmatched, earning him respect from teammates, opponents, and fans alike. One of Rice's most memorable seasons came in 1995 when he set the NFL record for most receiving yards in a single season with 1,048, a record that stood for nearly 2 decades. He also became the all-time leader in touchdown receptions, breaking the previous record of 123 held by Steve Largent. Rice's impact extended beyond the regular season. He was a clutch performer in the playoffs. He played a crucial role in the 49ers Super Bowl Vince Chow victory, catching 7 passes for 148 yards and 3 touchdowns. His postseason performances were instrumental in the 49ers' success throughout the late 1980s and early 1990s. In addition to his on-field accomplishments, Rice was known for his rigorous training regimen. His off-season workouts were legendary, including sprinting up the steep hills near his home in San Carlos, California. This dedication to fitness allowed him to maintain peak performance well into his 30s. Rice played with the 49ers until 2000, finishing his tenure with the team as the franchise leader in nearly every major receiving category. After leaving the San Francisco 49ers in 2000, Jerry Rice continued his illustrious career with other teams, showcasing his enduring talent and dedication to the game. In 2001, Rice signed with the Oakland Raiders. Despite being in his late 30s, he remained a productive receiver, proving that age was just a number. In his first season with the Raiders, he caught 83 passes for 1,139 yards and 9 touchdowns. Rice played a crucial role in helping the Raiders reach the playoffs. The 2002 season was particularly significant for Rice and the Raiders. He recorded 92 receptions for 1,211 yards and 7 touchdowns, helping the team advance to Super Bowl X6-7. Although the Raiders lost to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Rice had 5 catches for 77 yards and a touchdown, demonstrating his ability to perform on the biggest stage. Rice's performance started to decline in the 2003 season, though he still managed 63 receptions for 869 yards and 2 touchdowns. In 2004, after a slow start with the Raiders, he was traded to the Seattle Seahawks. With the Seahawks, Rice showed flashes of his old self, catching 25 passes for 362 yards and 3 touchdowns in 11 games. Rice attempted to extend his career by signing with the Denver Broncos in 2005. However, after realizing he would not be a starter, he decided to retire before the season began. He signed a one-day contract with the San Francisco 49ers to retire as a member of the team, where he spent the majority of his career. Throughout his career, Rice was known for his incredible work ethic, precise route running, and ability to make big plays. His career totals of 1,449 receptions, 22,895 receiving yards, and 197 touchdown receptions are all NFL records that still stand today. After retiring, Rice remained involved with football and the sports community. He appeared on television shows, including Dancing with the Stars, where he finished as the runner-up in the second season. Jerry Rice's post-49ers career, though not as dominant as his time in San Francisco, still reflected his remarkable talent and commitment to the game. His legacy as one of the greatest wide receivers in NFL history was solidified by his impressive career achievements and enduring impact on the sport. Now, after hearing all this, how good do you think he is? Let us know in the comments section. Be sure to subscribe, and thanks for watching.